Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims and all our favorite horror movies. Today we're looking at The Boy, released in 2016. So yeah, The Boy is about this girl and stuff going to go babysit these people's son and stuff. And then she finds out that they're just crazy and stuff because the thing that she's babysitting is a doll and stuff like that. So yeah, and then the real Brams, he pops out at the end and stuff like that. So yeah, but how many people die in these movies? Let's find out. Let's get to the kills. The movie begins with Greta, getting a ride over there to babysit and all that type of stuff. So yeah, anyway, now they finally pull up there and all that type of shit. So yeah, and now we see her walking upstairs, going to go head into her room and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and now we see her in his room and she's looking at all these toys on the dresser and stuff like that. So yeah, but that's until Malcolm walks in there and shit, scaring her and stuff like that. So yeah, and Bram's mom walk in there, Mrs. Hilton and shit and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so then she takes her to go meet Brams and stuff, and then we meet up with Mr. Hilton and shit. So yeah, then she finally sees Brams and stuff, and then she thinks it's a joke at first though, but they're very serious and all that type of shit. So yeah, Malcolm gives her a handshake, and then now she got to go learn the ground rules of this house and stuff like that. Then we see both of them, talking to Brams and stuff and all that type of shit. So yeah, and now they're both about to say goodbye to Brams and shit and all that type of stuff, and then they leave and shit like that. And now she's all alone by herself now, leaving her standing there with that doll and stuff. And then she goes to go break every ground rule that she done told her and stuff. So yeah, then we see her end up falling asleep and stuff, and then she goes to go check on Brams and sees that sheet off of him and stuff like that. So yeah, so she tosses him in the chair and shit, hoping that nothing else will happen. So then we see her laying down and waking up once again, take a look around the house, and she sees this picture in the hallway of the whole family and stuff like that. So yeah, and she stares at it long enough for to him start grabbing her, but it's just a dream. So she goes to check on Brams and stuff to see what he's doing. Then after that, she noticed that it's a leak in the attic and shit like that. So yeah, then the next morning we see her going to the mailbox and getting the mail and stuff like that. So yeah, then we see Malcolm showing up once again and shit. So yeah, then they talk about Brams as he puts away the food and shit, and then they go check his tombstone out and stuff like that. So yeah, then Malcolm mentions how the jobs that she's doing is very professional and she should follow all the rules that comes with the shit. And when we see her on the phone once again and also finding something to wear, shit like that. Then she goes to go take a shower, and while she's in there and shit, we see Brams, walking into the room and steals her clothes and stuff. So yeah, after she gets done with the shower, she realizes that her stuff is gone and stuff like that. So yeah, and notices that the attic is down and decides to walk up there and stuff like that. So yeah, while she's up there, she sees Malcolm pulling up and stuff. So yeah, and start yelling his name and stuff. Then she tries to break up out of there. Then she gets knocked out and stuff by something, and then the next morning she wakes up and stuff, confused and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and then she starts to goes over old pictures of Brams and stuff and all that type of stuff. So yeah, she calls Malcolm over to tell him what happened and stuff. So Bo finally gets over in there and stuff, and also he tells her that he'll check out the house for her and stuff. So yeah, then Malcolm comes back and tell her that the place was good, and he also think that she was sleepwalking, and they're just chilling right now until Brams starts asking about Brams once again and stuff. Later on that night, she hears a noise coming from somewhere and stuff like that and all that type. And then when she opened her door, she noticed that her shoes was right there and stuff. And then when she comes out of there, she knows that Brams is fully awake and stuff like that. So yeah, it ain't no dream this time, so she gets scared and tries to call Malcolm once again and stuff, but she knows that the phone doesn't work, so she figure out something else to do and shit and all that type of stuff. So yeah, then she notices that Brams left her some food right there and stuff. Then then she tries to laugh that shit off like she just wasn't scared or anything like that. We meet up with Bram's parents again, then we see them leaving a note and stuff like that. And we cut to them, putting heavy rocks in their pockets for whatever reason and stuff. Then they also end up dying and stuff when they just drown themselves for no damn reason. So yeah, we see Greta actually following the rules this time around and stuff like that. So yeah, then we also see Malcolm putting that letter in there and stuff like that. So yeah, then we see her trying to talk to Brams, but bro has nothing to say to her now and all that type of stuff. Then she starts crying and then gets the bright idea to try and scare bro and stuff like. Now she thinks Brams is alive, and to prove it, she calls Malcolm back over and stuff like that. Then she draws a circle around him with this white chalk and shit. And so she tells bro to leave the room and stuff. Then she knocks on the wall a couple times and shit, and try to see if bro's gonna leave or not, but he's just standing right there and shit like that. So yeah. So when she opens the door to see if he moves, you know, he's just still sitting right there and stuff like that. But when they try it again though, you know, he ends up being gone up out of there and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wait,
I don't
come
know.
on. Is he
No,
hot?
I don't know. He does it differently every time.
Anyway, we see Brams in the bed and stuff like that and all that type of shit. So yeah. And then we see her go back up into the attic later on to look at more pictures of Brams and shit. The next day, her ex-boyfriend Cole is just chilling right there. He also asks who Malcolm is. And they're sitting at the table and stuff, and Malcolm walks in on it and stuff like that. So yeah, and then both of them are leaving to go talk about something in private. And then later on, he ends up waking up to something that Brams done and stuff. And then we see him, you know, break Brams into like a million fucking pieces and shit and all that type of stuff. That wakes up the real Brams, and then, you know, bro hears something from the mirror and stuff, and then the mirror just bursts open out of nowhere and shit, you know, just blows his ass back and all that type of stuff. So yeah, the real Brams finally comes out, and he's pretty pissed off about, you know, him breaking that doll. Then we see him fucking up Cole and shit, and also killing him too and stuff like that. So yeah, then we see Greta going into that wall that he been hiding in, and others were closed though. Then Brams finds them, and you know, they start running away and shit like that. So yeah, and then Malcolm decides to say, so you know, Brams is, you know, just fucking him up and stuff and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and then, you know, when she says something to bro, we also hear this guy talking shit.
I'll be good. I will.
So then she tells Brams it's time to go to bed and all that type of shit. So yeah, and then Brody actually listens, and she actually puts his big ass to bed. And she actually goes to give bro a kiss and stuff like that, and then, you know, she gets stabbed and shit and get thrown across the room and stuff like that. So yeah, we see Brams dying and stuff when, you know, she gets stabbed by her and shit. So yeah, and then we cut to, you know, her and Malcolm getting up out of there and stuff and all that type of shit. So yeah, that's pretty damn good. Then the movie ends when, you know, we finally see someone rebuilding Brams and stuff like that. How many people died in this movie? Let's find out, and let's get to the numbers. 4 people died in this movie. The victims included, you know, 3 guys and, you know, 1 lady. So yeah, that gives us that pie chart and stuff. And with a runtime of 97 minutes, that leaves us with a kill on average every 24.25 minutes. I'm good to go to chase off the coolest kill to, you know, Cole and stuff, because he blasted through that mirror. And, you know, he fucked them up when real Brams came out. And Dalmashade for lamest kill can, you know, go to, you know, Brams' parents, because they just drowned themselves. But that's it though. This came out in 2016. It's pretty great. It's pretty decent. So yeah, watch it. But next week we'll be looking at the sequel though, which came out in 2020. You want to tell that? It's a good kill count. Thank you all y'all for watching and stuff, to get me to 500 and stuff like that. And yeah, really appreciate y'all. I mean, y'all been going crazy. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Be good people.